Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. Another fantastic week of racing. We're going to be doing a review on all of my selections to see how we got on. Starting off with races at York. The Criterion Stakes was the first race. Group 3. Unfortunately, I put up Lake Forest in this one. I thought everything was set up perfect for him to run a big race after his Royal Ascot performance. He had the best form, he had pace to aim at, and he's just run no kind of race whatsoever. You have to take your hat off to the winner in Quinault. He's run a fantastic front riding performance, really impressive. Unfortunately, I mentioned room service as well at 16 to 1. I said I was going to back him each way if there was a little bit more juice in the ground, which there wasn't, and it turns out that I should have done, because he's run a great race on unpreferable ground. He's ended up coming second by a length. He was the best of the rest of the field to get close to Quinault. But like I say, hats off to Quinault. Great ride, great performance, and a good win at good odds. Lethal Levi coming fourth. I did mention him in the video. He's one of my favourite horses. He ran a big race. Unfortunately, I think the 7 furlong trip, like I said, isn't his optimal trip. Step back down to 6. I can see him performing a lot better going forward. So yeah, didn't get off to a winning start in the first race. Done a little bit better in other race meetings. So the second race was a Class 2 handicap sprint over 5 furlongs. My selection that I put up was Democracy Dilemma. I said that I liked the jockey selection because he actually won with that jockey last time out, because the jockey managed to rein him in a little bit and save more in the tank for the later stages. But having seen how Quinault run with that front riding performance, it probably would have been better to just let him go, let him do his thing and see if the others could catch him. So it didn't quite work out in that one either. I put him up at 11 to 1 I believe, and I think he's ended up coming 6th. So no luck in that race either. Moving on to the 210 in Newcastle, the Group 3 Chip Chase. Fantastic performance by Diligent Harry. Again, another front running performance. Seemed to be the theme of the weekend. He's gone in at 16 to 1. Great ride. I mentioned the horse that comes second, Anaf, in my preview at 16 to 1. He's run a cracking race to only go down by a neck. If there was a little bit more yardage in the track, if there was a little bit of a further trip, he definitely would have caught Diligent Harry. But it wasn't to be on that day. 16 to 1. He's still got us a nice each way profit return. My next best bet after my nap was a horse called Ferris that ran in the same race. Again, he's run a good race. Wasn't anywhere as close as Anaf, but at 6.5 to 1, 13 to 2, he still returned us a small little bit of each way profit on that race. Moving on to the fourth race that I put up a selection for, the Northumberland Plate, a cracking handicap. Spirit Mix has ended up doing the business. Great ride again. Dancing in Paris was close, battled all the way. My selection, Roaring Legend, coming round the corner for the home straight. He looked like he was travelling an absolute dream. I really was getting excited thinking at 22 to 1 what I put him up at, that he had a real chance. Unfortunately, he didn't stay going into the sort of last half a furlong and he got swallowed up by the field. He's run a good race. I know he's ended up coming 9th, but at the price that I put him up at, it was a pretty good ride. So can't complain about that. Was disappointed that he didn't have that stay in him, but we'll move on to the next one. So we move on to the Irish Derby weekend at the Curragh. Cracking racing all weekend. I know people have given the stick for the card on the Derby day, but the day before was fantastic, full of group races. So, you know, I don't think you can complain. I said that I think Lambourne would get the job done in the Irish Derby, which he duly did. My selection that I put up, because Lambourne was odds on at that point, I thought it was a little bit too short for me to get stuck into. I put up Sedidadan at 66 to 1. Horse was running an absolutely cracking race. I mean, there was a point there down the home straight. It looked like he was staying on. He actually headed Lambourne at one point, and I was thinking, come on, you got a really good chance here. Unfortunately, again, same sort of thing with Roaring Legend. At the half furlong marker, he just run out of gas in the tank. He's ended up getting swallowed by the field, only by half a length to not finish in the placings, but that's enough. I thought he would be in the mix to get some place returns at a big price. Unfortunately, he didn't. but definitely one to keep in your tracker going forward. I think in lesser company, if he's in a Group 2 or a Group 3 over the same distance, he's got another massive race in him, so stick him in your tracker. And then in the final race, the Pretty Polly Stakes, fantastic race again. This is the one where I put up my nap of the day, a horse called Whirl, won a cracker in the Oaks in Epsom. One of my favourite fillies. I said in the tips video, I can see her and Kalpana getting into a battle down the home straight, and her just toughing it out and getting in front, which is exactly what happened. So pleased for her. Obviously Kalpana's a top horse as well, definitely one to keep your eye on. But yeah, done the business for us. We was on it at 2-1, got stuck in on it, and she managed to make the day quite profitable for us in the end. Fantastic racing again, guys. So pleased that World got the job done exactly how I said it was going to go in the preview video. It's always satisfying when it works out like that. And yeah, obviously Kalpana's one to keep in your tracker as well. Another great filly. It was great to see them two battle it out. But in the end, World got the job done for us. Another nap of the day goes in. 2-1, decent returns. And yeah, another cracking weekend of racing. Give me a like, guys, give me a subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you backed any of my selections, if they got you any returns. Let me know if there was any horses that did win that you backed, which I didn't back. Let me know how you got on. And I'll see you guys next weekend for the Coral Eclipse preview. Another great weekend of racing.